Donald. Injuries plaguing the Hawks against a team Russell struggled with. A battle for the NFC West. And it's time to get you ready. Sunday NFL Countdown from the Seaport District starts right now.
We ready.
This is what we live for.
We ready.
This is what y'all live for right here.
We ready.
Football Sundays, man.
For y'all.
Championship team, you gotta have a little adversity. Let's go. Stop swinging. Hit him in the mouth. Let's go. Show the world what you back.
We're nothing today. Let's dominate their ass. Let's go.
No one circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills.
Kyler Murray making it all look easy for Arizona.
Come on, Joe. Yes, sir. Magic time. Hey, that was a dime right there.
Y'all want to be great? Be great. Let's go.
There's only one undefeated team. We the best. Everybody sit back. Grab your popcorn.
Let's put on the show.
Great cash, homie.
Welcome to Sunday NFL Countdown, presented by Snickers.
A beautiful day in New York City on the rooftop of Pier 17 at the Seaport District. Beautiful day for some football and for some rookie QBs on display today. Seems to be a good year to be a rookie QB, or at least a young one. We're going to see some of them today. Did you guys know, though, and I think this might have something to do with it, that this year road teams have a better record than home teams? We know they're not playing in front of a bunch of fans, but it's kind of evened the playing field. But before we get to all the games we're going to talk about today, let's get the news of the morning. And for that, we go to our insiders, Chris Mortensen and Adam Schefter. What do we need to know this morning, guys?
Oh, good morning, Sam. The New Orleans Saints are facing significant discipline from the NFL for not wearing masks during their post-game celebration after beating Tampa Bay last Sunday night. We'll have more on that story coming up later in the show. But for now, we have a duel between the 5th and 6th overall picks of the NFL draft. Tua versus Herbert. And the Miami Dolphins were zeroed in on Tua all along once they could not swing a trade to get up to go get Joe Burrow. They were happy to go get Tua. Meanwhile, the Los Angeles Chargers love both quarterbacks. They felt like Herbert might have a slight edge, but they recognized what Tua could bring to the Los Angeles area if they decided to trade up. Ultimately, they decided not to. They stood where they were. They took Herbert, the Dolphins took Tua, and today the two square off for the first time in the NFL, Mort.
Yep, and the Steelers get their old guy back. That's Ben Roethlisberger, who missed the week of practice because of a COVID-19 close contact tracing incident. Therefore, he was at home all week. He said he actually joked that his body enjoyed the week off. His wife Ashley gave him some homeschool assignments with their 3 kids, but he worked on the practice tablet. He did Zoom meetings. He had late night texting with his coaches, and he is ready to go after an extended walkthrough when he returned to the team on Saturday for the game against Joe Burrow and the Bengals. Adam?
And a long week for the Buccaneers got longer Saturday when they sat on the plane, had to change planes, and basically were delayed 7.5 hours going from Tampa to Charlotte for today's early game against the Panthers. The team did not get to its Charlotte area hotel until just before midnight last night. Obviously lost out on meeting time, lost out on rest time, but they have no choice but to try to rebound from the defeat that they suffered at the hands of the New Orleans Saints and the travel difficulties yesterday, Sam.
Yeah, I think we can all relate to that a little bit when you've got travel issues, especially when you're already having a rough week. I know you can relate to some travel issues from last year. That's a side note. How important do you think, or how much of a factor do you think that will play today in the game for the Bucs?
You know, we've all been there before. Just looking at this game, going into Carolina, 7-hour delay.
It's a long time.
You know, for us to be in the ritual, Sam, each and every week, and then getting thrown off our schedule for 7 hours, I can see a coach like Matt Rule. The Carolina Panthers need to come out. Their first 10, 15 scripted plays, I'm anxious to see how this offense or the defense by Carolina Panthers will come out. I know I was taught as an offensive player, you want to start fast, and maybe throw a little wrinkle in there, maybe a little no-huddle, coach.
Randy, that's exactly what I would do, because you're going to sit back, tempo them. You're right. We talk about, hey, you really think they're hydrating on the plane?
No.
They're not thinking about that, right?
Right.
So to me, it's like, oh, no. Let's see, because I can tell you this. The Carolina Panthers, they don't feel sorry for you, Tampa Bay. In fact, because everybody going into this game was like, they're pretty much the sacrificial lambs because here Tampa Bay's going to be all upset and all that stuff. Well, they're going to go in there right there. You know what? Carolina, they may lock the doors on them. So we'll see about it. Last week, we are the only ones who were saying that Carolina had a chance against Kansas City. They came up a little short, but they have the formula to give top teams trouble. They protect the football, and they win runs and completions. And just watch out, Tampa. You may be in for a dogfight today.
Yeah, fella, I mean, the mentally tough teams I would not worry about, okay? It's something you just deal with. You still get your hydration on the plane no matter what meeting time or any time. You go in there and you get the job done. I just don't know if that's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because of the inconsistency they've shown all year long. Give up 72 points to the Saints in 2 games. All right, you had that game versus Green Bay. And I think that might have played tricks on all of us because you barely beat the Giants on Monday night. It's like, who is this team? There are highs, there are lows. Reminds me of their head coach, just the consistency and mental toughness they've got to show today.
See, I think this could be a great thing for their team, though. No offseason. People talk about when they retire from football, what do they miss? They miss camaraderie. They miss hanging with the guys, being with the fellas. This is an opportunity, right? This is a family camping trip. 7 hours together. You're all fighting adversity. You kind of get closer together because you went through the fire together. Or it's like other, camping trips. You end up hating each other by the end. Like that could actually happen too. But I actually think that NFL teams, this could be something that they remember and galvanizes their team just in terms of the chemistry part. They do have some new pieces on offense. Yeah, and a lot of it depends on if they're able to follow the leadership of Tom Brady in this one in terms of coming off a loss. He's 20-5 in his last 25 after a loss. We'll see if they're able to do that with some different circumstances today. Of course, more on that game later in the show. But let's get to our opening kicks. What you're most excited to see today, Randy, kicks off.
Well, I'm anxious to see if the Seahawks, led by Russell Wilson, is he still in the kitchen cooking? Well, they're taking their show on the road, going to SoFi Field, going to see that man. Aaron Donald and the L.A. Rams in 12 games against the Seattle Seahawks. Aaron Donald has 12 sacks, so guess what? He's averaging 1 a game. And what we've seen from Russell Wilson in 2 losses, 7 turnovers. Russell Wilson, something got to give today. It's a big game going down in SoFi for the Seahawks and the Rams.
Moss, I want to see Joey Burrow, the #1 overall pick, going up against the Pittsburgh Steelers for the first time. You saw what the Ravens did to him when they played him, 7 sacks. The Steelers are looking to plant a seed of doubt for years to come that you always got to go through us. This is our division, and we coming after you. So what can Joe Burrow do against a defense that looking to prove a point that we are the big boys in this division?
Brew, that Joe Burrow is a young stud, but there's 2 of them going to be playing in the desert, man. Josh Allen against Kyler Murray. Are you kidding me? These 2 guys, you want to see a new wave, new age quarterbacks? You're going to see it in the desert. Josh Allen, Kyler Murray, I'm showing you all clips. They got the biggest arms in the league, and I'm showing you doing what? What are they doing? They're running the ball in the red zone. Watch for it today. We're going to break down this game later on specifics, and you may be surprised with some of our answers.
Well, let's stick with young, talented quarterbacks. You heard Adam say it in the open. Tua at Alabama, Justin Herbert at Oregon. Where are they going to go? Who's going first? Who's going second? Are the Dolphins going to take Herbert? Are the Chargers going to take Tua? This is the first of many great battles with these 2 young quarterbacks. Herbert has an advantage in that he's played more NFL football so far. Tua has an advantage that he's got the better defense and the much better team. They've won 4 in a row. Can the Dolphins make it 5?
Well, the quarterbacks today at MetLife looking for some improvement. Daniel Jones and Carson Wentz. Evan Ingram, though, he leads the Giants in receptions right now. Had his first touchdown of the season last week against the Washington football team. Can he do it again today at MetLife?
Hey, wake up. Wake up. Wake up. It's Sunday NFL Countdown.
Coming up, Tom Brady looks to bounce back against Teddy Two Gloves today. But first, he's taking you inside the mystery of momentum.
You can feel it. It's all about how fast can you get and do it again. When you're in rhythm, you've got to do everything you can to stay in rhythm.
Plus, why Big Ben and the Steelers should be on upset alert with Joe Burrow in town. Why Kyler Murray and Josh Allen might both score more than 40 points today. And what Lamar Jackson is worried about as he squares off against Bill Belichick.
We're going against defenses. They calling out our plays, stuff like that. Like, they know what we're doing.
And you better not forget, you got more.